Mic check. I think it works. Random thought. Did you ever go to school with kids that could like stick their tongue up your nose? I just thought about that. It's so random. Kids even do shit like that anymore. I'm so soft-spoken. I think it's just better that I hold it. I swear it feels like it's been so long since I've recorded one of these. All right, let's get started. Hello. I am Sinceres, and I am back with episode 2 of Secrets of a Song. Secrets of a Song is where I dive into the inspiration and the backstory and all the guts and glory of the songs that I write. Today I'll be talking about one of my most recent songs that I released, Drive By. Drive by, I've been sitting lakeside all day. Yo, I remember when I was a little kid, back when like albums, like physical albums was a thing. The one thing I looked forward to the most within the album is like the little booklet that had all the lyrics in it. I would obsess over learning every single lyric to every single song. And if it didn't include a booklet, I was up all hours of the night playing and replaying the same songs over and over, writing down the lyrics so I could memorize them. And I would go back in and like try to decrypt the message that they were trying to send. Like I had a whole notebook that I would keep all of my favorite song lyrics in, and I don't know. I've always been obsessed with lyrics. Drive by, I've been sitting lakeside all day. Drive By was written during the start of like a very isolating period for me. At the time, I just kind of felt completely disconnected from everyone I knew and completely unrelatable to anyone. On top of, I felt like I was failing at everything. I felt like I was failing at my job. I was failing at friendships. I was failing at my career in music and just being an artist in general. And I was so sad. I was really just like down in the dumps. And I just kind of shut down, and I didn't want to be bothered. You say you wanna know about me. So with this, I wanted to take a less is more approach, and try to find a way to make the most impact using the least amount of words as possible. I tend, like when I write sometimes, I just tend to be an over speaker. I write too many words, okay? and it can like oversaturate the song or over explain the message, and there's no imagination left. So Drive By was also an experiment for me to see if I could reel back but still have as much impact and it be just as emotionally colorful. Ooh, my favorite lyric has to be drive by, if you wanna waste time, get out my face. For me, that's a lot to say because I'm like really nice most days. Well, I mean, unless you piss me off, of course. Like, who's gonna be nice when they're mad? Well, I guess there's some people that's like that. I'm not like that. You piss me off, you get in the rails, baby. But I'm a Libra, so I really don't like confrontation. That is so true about us. I do not like confrontation. I do not like conflict. I like peace and stability and getting along in kumbaya, bitch, by the fire. Let's make some s'mores. Let's talk about it over some s'mores, maybe. Don't yell at me, please. So me putting it in the song was like that moment for me, you know. That was my moment to shine and say something that I probably wouldn't do to somebody's face, but I've always wanted to. So drive by and get the fuck out my face with that bullshit. So I chose to shoot the music video myself because, one, to have complete creative control. Two, I really just didn't want to be around anybody at that time. And three, well, I wouldn't have to deal with judgment about the choices that I wanted to make, or have to deal with sly comments from videographers like the one from the shoot for my Maraschino Cherries music video that says things like, you know, maybe I should skip dinner. So I shot it with my baby, my Sony a6400. It's like my favorite camera and the only one I've ever used. She does great. She does great. I did the editing and color grading in VN. I'm not sure like what the entire name is, but it's a very beginner friendly editing app. It's kind of like CapCut, but a lot more simple. Oh my God, I had the best time filming by myself. I felt like I was learning so much about myself while I was filming and throughout those moments. And I had a chance to be so raw and honest with myself in ways I probably wouldn't have been able to if there was like an entire crew around. I don't know. I felt so ignited and so creative in that moment in a way that I hadn't before. The personalities and the depictions in the music video were a very real and visceral experience for me. Now we're about to get into the juicy part, the part I've been waiting so long to tell you. Okay, so the video has 4 characters in it. Each character is a metaphor for a different mental state. I'm gonna give you a minute to see if you can figure it out. Okay, so first we have June, the mature, calculating, strategic, crazy bitch, all right? Second is Nye. She's like the optimistic, naive, constantly gets her heart broken. So because of this naivete and optimism, Nye gets her heart broken all the time because all she wants is to love and be loved, like all of us do. She just ends up in sticky situations that don't always turn out the best. Third is Ray. Ray equals rage. Ray is over it. She's pissed off and tired. And Ray's the one that comes out when little old me needs protecting, right? And she's not always the most rational one. And then the fourth one doesn't really count as a character. It does, whatever, however you want to look at it. But the fourth one is me, like who I am to my core. That's the one that you see running away from the camera at the beginning and at the end. Remember when I said I hated confrontation? In the beginning and the end of the music video, when I'm running away from the camera, that's me running from all my problems. Terrible. I know. We're working on it. So the idea is that you have all of these elements of a psyche living under one roof, and they all come alive during periods of isolation and complete stillness. I feel like that's what happens when you get alone. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like being alone, or why it's really hard just to sit with yourself, because all of these things that you've been running from and hiding from ends up coming up. And a lot of the times we're not yet equipped to deal with those feelings and emotions, and facing them is scary. And not only facing them, but learning to heal them, learning to work through them is a battle. It feels like a fucking war. I don't know. I just feel like that's not something that we're taught, or we were taught how to deal with. I do believe it's something that's necessary to go through in order to heal and be better. I mean, I think you don't know what you need to work on until you see it. And you can't see the shadows with the light on. Where there is darkness, there will be light. I feel like I didn't really include a definitive message for the video, or maybe I just don't understand it yet, but At least not in a traditional sense. I feel like this video was like an interlude. It was like the start of a new section of my life that I'm gonna branch off in. All right, so the style and aesthetic. So I wanted to highlight the characters without telling you who they were. So each one has their own like color grading. You have the naive, optimistic one that draws like the heart on her face. She's green because green is a saying of like innocence. Oh, I don't know anything about that, I'm green, you know. June, I chose blue because I feel like she's deep, but she's bitter. Like I think deep is always good, but like the way she wears it, the way she lives in it is so dark, and it's like walking into this abyss being around her, like almost cold, you know. And then you have Ray, who is just black and white, because I feel like that's how she sees the world. It's this or it's that, you know what I mean? And if it's not this and that, then what's up? Like, you know, fucking Dragon Ball Z and that bitch power up, you know what I mean? Mario that hoe. Mushroom Man. So yeah, I wanted to look homegrown but like cinematic at the same time. I wanted it to feel I guess personal. I wanted it to feel like a fly on the wall. Okay. Nye, for example, the one I got the most comments on, because people were just like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bruh? Like, have you lost it? And it's like, yeah, a little bit. But I did it for the plot. I did it for the art, y'all. Damn. No, but you remember when I was talking about like Nye is naive, all she wants is to love and be loved. She ends up in these sticky situations where she's always getting her heart broken. Like that moment in the mirror that she was having, it was like a reflective moment for her. The obsessive way she put on her lipstick because she wants to be good enough for everyone, for the people around her. She just wants to be accepted. She just wants to be loved. Let me make sure this is right and everything is perfect, so there's no reason for someone to not love me. And the mirror scene, like where the lipstick kind of got out of line, was like a metaphor for her stepping out of line and the rejection that she has felt just for doing one thing wrong, or for just kind of being a human being and messing up a little bit. That's why afterwards she drew this heart on her face, because it was like, just love me, you know. That's all she wanted was heart, the love, instead of ridicule and hate and rejection for being a human being. When it comes to June, the symbolism for her is like the wrap around her head is like a metaphor of like her keeping it together, keeping it in, which is why in that minute that she does, there's like this glitch that happens and she comes back to, and she pulls back in and she gets quiet and she's back straight, and she's like, okay, no, can't show emotion, be cool, but I'm watching you. And the reason why I constantly cut to her eyes is because the eyes are the window to the soul. All right, that's all I have today. If there's something I missed, please hit me up in the comments, or just message me and let me know. If you have any questions that I did not answer, hit me up, let me know. I'll be happy to answer anything directly to you, or I can gladly address it in the next video. If you enjoyed this, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I really look forward to connecting with you, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!